We're making Jump and Go Chicken Alfredo Casserole today. Welcome to Recreate the Plate. So this is another Franny Jo recipe. I really like some of her recipes. I'm kind of on a roll right now with doing some of those, and we're gonna make this one and hoping it turns out as good as hers looked. So let's get started. We're gonna cut up 2 chicken breasts into just bite-sized pieces. Now for the spices. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Okay, we're going to mix that all up. Get the chicken nice and coated, each piece. Okay, this looks good. Okay, next we just pour in 1/2 jar of Alfredo sauce right onto the chicken. Okay, and we get that mixed up. Now we just pour this into a 9.5 by 11 baking dish. And we need to spray that. Okay. Pour that right in. I'm gonna get all the seasonings. And we're just going to spread this out evenly on the bottom. Don't even have to cook your chicken beforehand. That's nice. Okay. Now we are going to add, you can either add 1 can of mixed vegetables or a bag of mixed vegetables. And mine is just peas and carrots. So we just pour this right on top. And if you're using frozen, go ahead and thaw those out. Okay. Spread those out evenly. Now we add 1/4 of the jar of sauce on top of that. Okay. So we're just going to kind of spread that around. Okay, then we add 1 box of uncooked pasta. You can use any pasta that you like. I'm using the penne noodles. Pour those right on. Okay. And then we add 14.5 ounces of chicken broth. I've got that measured out already. You just pour this right on top. Okay. And then we add 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. That doesn't really seem like enough to do anything. I'm going to kind of push my noodles down a bit. All right. We'll see. Okay, and now we add the remaining sauce. It's in the jar. Add that right on top. And she put a little water in the jar to mix around and just get every bit. We're going to do that too. Here's my lid. Just kind of push in. Be sure each noodle is down in there. Okay. Now we add mozzarella cheese to the top. No exact measurement, just get it covered pretty good. Nice and thick. Okay. And then we just are going to put some more pepper right on the top. And then we are going to bake in a 425 oven for 45 minutes. I pulled it right back out of the oven. I forgot one thing. I am supposed to add tin foil to the top. Last piece. And she sprayed her tin foil so it doesn't stick to the cheese. That's a great idea. Now we're ready to go back in the oven. Okay, the casserole is out of the oven. Ooh, looks really good. Now we're going to sprinkle the top with some Parmesan cheese and put it back in the oven for about maybe 5 minutes, just until this cheese is all melted. Casserole is out of the oven and I've let it sit for about 10 minutes, and let's give it a cut and a try. Smells really good. Okay. Ooh, looks really good. Let's get all that in there, all the noodles. Cheese. Looks really good. Looks like it might still be too hot to eat. Let's give it a try. Some noodles first. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. The noodles were really good. Good flavor. It did have a lot of seasoning, so that's been really good. Okay, let's taste a bite of the chicken. Mm. Ooh, hot. So hot. The chicken was really good. I would cut the pieces a little bit smaller next time. I did cut them bite size, but I just got one that was kind of large and it was still too hot to eat. I'm going to get some of the veggies. One more bite. Mm-hmm. This is a win. This is really good. Has a lot of good seasoning. I was a little bit worried about the jar sauce, if that would taste like jar sauce. But it actually is very good. I guess because it has that chicken broth in there and all the cheeses on top and all the seasonings, I would make this again. This would be good for a family night, just a good family dinner. So I would say give this one a try. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.